When one looks at our society over the past 50-plus years, it's impossible not to notice how drastically different it is today. We used to live in a world where high-grossing films were giving a family rating of PG or even G, where television shows wouldn't even show a married couple sleeping in the same bed, where music was appropriate for all ages, and where divorce was a term one hardly ever heard. Today our world is quite different. It's obsessed with sex, violence, and pushing the envelope. Why exactly has our society changed so much in only half a century? The answer is media, in the form of movies, music, and television. I'm here today to talk to you about the issue at hand, how our society is being influenced by the media. The form of media is film. According to the AMC Movie Guide, 3 of the best films of all time are Casablanca, Gone with the Wind, and It's a Wonderful Life. These 3 films are films that in the 1940s many adults would go into the theaters and see. However, all 3 of these films are given the rating PG. PG today is considered a kids' movie, and most adults go into the theater wishing to see an R-rated film. Not only has the rating changed, but the content in the films themselves have changed. Today, R-rated films like Knocked Up and Wedding Crashers show nudity, multiple sex scenes, and countless uses of vulgar language. When exactly is this all going to stop? Films are constantly pushing the envelope. Is it possible that it could be a new normal to see NC-17s filling the majority of the theaters than an R or a PG-13? Not only have our films pushed the envelope, but our music has as well. Music used to be appropriate for all ages, and now we have labels saying parental advisory, explicit lyrics on many of our songs. Rap music especially has lyrics that are very vulgar, talking about sex, talking about violence, and having very, very inappropriate language in the songs. As of right now, most lyrics are not allowed on the radio. But is that forever? Perhaps now, slowly, different words will be accepted on the radio and maybe even on TV. This now brings me to TV. We used to spend our time watching family-friendly television shows. Now we spend our time watching reality TV. Shows like The Jersey Shore, which showed 20-something-year-olds partying, getting drunk, and having one-night stands. 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom, showing teenagers who are parents. And Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which shows our society's new view of marriage. Either people choose to have relationships and have kids with people that they have no intention of marrying, or they do not take marriage seriously and get divorced. According to The Guardian, since 1950, the amount of divorces have almost quadrupled. Is this fact perhaps due to all the celebrities in Hollywood constantly getting divorced? An exact answer may never be found, but it is apparent that the media does have an influence on our world. As the media pushes the envelope, so does our society. This affects everyone because we need to be aware of where our society is headed in the future. Some of these changes are improvements, but are all changes good? Perhaps this is simply just the old-fashioned ways evolving to what they are today. But when is enough enough? When will the envelope stop being pushed, or will that ever happen? Is it going to be a new normal to see NC-17 films in our theaters, to hear explicit language on our radio, and to see and hear vulgarity on our televisions? Only time can tell, but we as a society must determine when that envelope needs to come to a halt.